Well, hello, everyone. Breaking news. Michael McKee has been arraigned. Well, not arraigned. He has been extradited, rather, from Illinois back to Columbus, Ohio. And he looks really bad. He's lost a lot of weight. He looks stressed. Got a lot to talk about on the other side of this.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace. Smile through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong. But honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me judged by the gloss, not the cost. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearls. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real. You're not to anything. You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul, through the fight and flame. My scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my curls, forever divine. Clutch them pearls.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. There is breaking news out of Columbus, Ohio. Michael McKee has been extradited to Columbus, Ohio. And dang, if he doesn't look stressed, he looks stressed. Bernie, I'm sorry you needed it today. I needed it today too, baby. I know. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. We are talking about Spencer and Monique Tepe, who were unalived. And let me just show you someone noting if he doesn't look stressed right now. There we go. Look how much weight he has lost in the last few days. Look at that. I am. Maybe he was, maybe he's watching us and talking about his jaw. Maybe it's stress. Maybe it's he's had a lot of workout. He store meat. He does. No Chick-fil-A. He didn't even get to eat a damn sandwich, did he? His neck lost weight sandwich. Hey, Jamie, Hope Flow, Cherry, Sandwich, Connie, Shannon, Allison, Kaz, Jamie, Lovies, Winsies, Shane, Holly, Shari, Stormy, Wendy, everyone, hello, coming in. Guys, please hit that thumbs up button. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. He's lost so much weight. Oh, he doesn't. What'd you say? He doesn't look like so much superior anymore. You guys always make me laugh. Thank you for that. I hope he enjoyed the food. LOL. Well, he's not getting the same caloric intake, right? Still cold. Still cold, isn't he? Still just cold as ice, right? Doesn't look like Buzz anymore. He's definitely more chiseled around his face. Ran out of roids. That's a good point, Allison. Oh my God, that's a really good point. That much in a week. How is that possible? It's the roids, in my opinion, allegedly. Yes. Never thought of that. Never thought of that. Because I had Lyme's. I don't know if I have, you guys know. And steroids put water weight on you. Puffy. It'll make your face so puffy. And it gives you this round jaw, you know. Will he get the death sentence? I as of now, this is not a death case. As of now, his neck looks like red marks on it. Well, yeah, let me just tell you something. He went from, Gillette razors to prison razors. His skin's going to have to get used to it. You know what I mean? His skin's going to have to get used to it. Even though his neck looks like foreskin already, but that's a whole nother story. I just wish I understood what we're. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Cheap razors. I mean, these are jail razors. The El cheapest of the El cheapest. You know what I mean? When I took prednisone, they made me pee all the time. They made me puffy, and they gave me energy in the beginning, but then they didn't. And then they made me a lot of people say they make him hungry, but they didn't make me hungry. His lips have shrank too. He don't got any lips to shrink. How do you get 4 counts of red rum? Well, he got 2 counts of, let me look at his charges again. I can tell you how. 1 second. Let me pull this up and I'll show you. Excuse me. Guys, if you're just joining us, please hit that thumbs up and share the live out. Would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you want to become a member, we'd love to have you. If we reach the goal tonight, we'll do a live with Remy tomorrow as well. Oh, I've got to show you another thing as well. Hold on, crap, 1 second. Okay. What was the question? Was it the 4 counts? So victim 1, Monique, right? That's 1 count. Victim 2, Spencer. That's 2 counts. But then the prosecutor's playing it smart because they're locking him in, right? Aggravated unaliving, right? That's pre-calculated, right? He drove from Illinois there. That's pre-calculation, right? Plus, during the commission of a crime, an aggravated burglary. So that adds on 2 more charges, 4 counts total, right? So it's the intent of him there was no other reason, right? There was no other reason for him to go from Illinois to Ohio. And I'm sure, I mean, I guess they just went and arrested him. They didn't, I'm not that we're aware of, like, they didn't go talk to him, right? Like, was you in Columbus, Ohio on the night of the 30th? And like, if, for instance, if he said no, well, you're fucked because they've got you on camera. They've literally got him getting out of his car, walking around, and getting back in his car. He is screwed. Absolutely screwed. Okay. So there's that as well. All right, a lot to get to, guys. Let's get to it. Man. This is crazy. I think I'm allowed to show this. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to show this because it's Franklin County, Ohio. And actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. They got 5 charges on here now. Burglary. Is that 5 counts now? Let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at this, guys. They got 6 foot, 200 pounds. How much did they say he weighed when he first got in there? Do we know when his first arrest was? Wasn't it like 2 something? Let me show you this. We're getting this in very, very interesting. Here we go. Oh, damn. Whoops. 1 second. I apologize, y'all. All right, here we go. Maybe not. Let me just read this first and then we'll get to this. So this was just a little bit ago. And Columbus, Ohio, an Illinois surgeon charged with unaliving his ex-wife and her husband in Columbus last month was extradited today, Tuesday, to Ohio, which last night I told you, I said in the coming hours we're most likely to hear that it was coming, right? In the 4 counts, it still says 4 counts here in the aggravated unaliving. Why does it say 5 there? In Spencer and Monique Tepe in the Weinland Park on December 30th. He waived his right to contest extradition to Ohio in an Illinois court earlier this month and is now in Franklin County. Here we go. Let me see if AB6 has something. My criminal defense attorney. Let me look at this. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff coming out here. Check this out. Criminal defense attorney. These criminal defense attorneys, man alive. I could not be a criminal defense attorney. I'll just say that.
Tonight, double murder suspect Michael McKee is back in Columbus waiting to face a Franklin County judge. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here at 10. I'm Jessica Ralston.
And I'm Rodney Dunnigan. McKee is accused of killing Monique and Spencer Tepe in their Weinland Park home on December 30th. McKee should be in court in a matter of days.
Isabel Hansen spoke with the defense attorney tonight about what happens next. Isabel?
Jessica, the prosecutor's office tells me Michael McKee's arraignment's not scheduled yet, but it will likely take place this Friday. A Franklin County Sheriff's Office unit transported McKee from a jail in Illinois, and he arrived in Franklin County today.
This case will most certainly be litigated, and he will enter a not guilty plea to all of those counts, I can assure you.
As Michael McKee spends his first night in a Franklin County jail, he's one night closer to learning his fate.
To be so smart, he was really dumb. No, not really. They put out just a little thing, and it just says that we have him traveling from Illinois to Ohio, and then it says we have him getting out of his car and then going back to his car and then driving back. That's all it says. Justin, my niece, is on NBC4 in Columbus, Ohio, and she's on every night, and she's a reporter. Really? That's so amazing, Rock Painted Lady. This is one she's going to remember. Definitely one she's going to remember. It really is, Sarah. It is toast. It is, I mean, everyone is innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. But they, I think from jump, they pretty much knew who this was. Of course, they had to investigate and all that. But I don't think it took them very long until they found out, right? Like figure A, who had the means, motive, opportunity, right? Can a mod drop link to buy membership? Absolutely. Thank you so much, Andrea. I appreciate you. Okay, here we go.
McKee's booked on 4 counts of
Look at
aggravated
there.
murder.
Look at there. Now, I'm just saying, never been to jail. Don't ever want to go to jail. But that doesn't have padding, right? That is a stainless steel kitchen or cafeteria, right? Exactly what his ass will be on the toilet, which is about 2 feet from his bed. Not very glamorous. Not demure, sorry. Not very becoming, not very demure, to say the very least, right? It's not something he's probably used to.
Accused of killing Monique and Spencer Tepe in their Columbus home on December 30th.
Well, the first thing that'll be on his mind, and this is a presumption on my part, will be a bail, some sort of bond that makes sense in this case, one that hopefully he can make.
Columbus criminal defense attorney Sam Szymanski is not representing McKee, but speaks from his experience. A judge will determine whether McKee can bond out of jail and the conditions of his bond during his upcoming arraignment hearing.
It depends on the judge's comfort level regarding the circumstances, but given the fact that this man is a surgeon and has no.
And I'll be honest with you, obviously the crime did happen in Ohio, just like Kelly said. Crime occurred in Ohio, so they will prosecute in Ohio. Because Illinois, I would rather them prosecute in Ohio than Illinois. Oh, he ain't getting a bond, baby. No bueno. Oh, absolutely. He's probably got, I don't know if he's got money. I really don't think he's got money. I think we are going to learn so much in this case, so much, y'all, that about his practice, how he moved around. I still want to know if there was insurance, if he had malpractice insurance. I'm feeling something's off, just my opinion.
Criminal record, I presume, and again, hasn't done anything to absent himself from the jurisdiction. It wouldn't be unreasonable, at least it wouldn't be an unreasonable request if he's granted bail to allow him to return home.
Court records reveal McKee lives in a complex in Chicago. Are there situations where he would not be allowed to return out of state?
For sure, a judge could say, hey, look, I'm going to grant bail, but rent an apartment here, have an ankle monitor, be under the auspices of our probation.
They're not going to say that. Hell no.
In Franklin County. It's possible.
Szymanski tells me the defense attorney on the case will also begin to look into the evidence. Columbus.
A lot of people say that. They think the clerk, but wouldn't you just call the courthouse? Or go to the courthouse and be like, Is something wrong here? Jessica, girlfriend, thank you. You are amazing.
Thank you for the support.
Oops, which one is it? Oops, wrong one.
You're a legend in the chat. That's facts. That's facts. Drop love. Now we running it back. So mad.
Thank you, Miss Girl.
Big flame. You the tag on a plaque. Say your name. Everybody
He needs his money for his attorney. Oh, he does.
You red as shine. Came through. Made the whole page. Rewind.
Yep.
Star, big heart.
Yep.
That's your design. When you slide in this
Is he going to have a public defender?
You're a legend in the chat. That's facts. Every drop. Put
Nope.
the crown on max. Big win.
Thank you so much, Miss Jessica. Appreciate you for becoming a member. Much loved, all. He was working in Rockford when he was arrested. Yes, he was at, I told you, he was at Chick-fil-A. That's Jesus's chicken. Like, how someone so evil got to Jesus's chicken, I don't know. He's on steroids. The clerical error He's on steroids. That clerical error came up and brought back all those memories. Maybe. Love you too, Miss Dolores. I was trying to think. I'm sorry. It's been a long day for me, guys. Oh, thank you so much, Shannon. I appreciate you, dog. You're very sweet. I'm trying not to do the clap anymore. There's another creator who can't think for her own self, and she started doing the clap. Like, I don't know. Let's see here.
You're a legend in the chat. That's facts. That's
Donation.
Let me see here. Which one is this?
You're a legend.
You're a legend, Shannon, and you know you're a legend, and I know you're a legend, and everyone in here knows that you're a legend, Shannon. Thank you, baby. Love you. You're very, very kind to me. I really do appreciate you. Thank you, baby. Hey, found your life. Great news. Cindy, it really is. The question is, did he eat the last Chick-fil-A? Did he eat the last Chick-fil-A? He looks like he's ate a Chick-fil-A or two. He looks like he's ate more steroids in my opinion, though, right? Heidi Faye. Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Pearl family.
Hey, thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. If you got gifted today, then say thank you in the chat. Don't be short. We see you. We mean it. Welcome and you belong.
I have to dance, guys.
Thank you so much. All right, let's keep it moving along.
If I don't dance today, guys, I'll cry. So I have to dance and act stupid. Thank you so much, Heidi. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, my love. And thank you so much, Dolores. I appreciate you very, very much, my dear. Very kind. He looks like he ate. I needed that. Thank you. Do the scream from Summer's Live earlier. Super sticker like Daphne suggests. I shouldn't be screaming like a woman. Okay. All right. What am I doing? Okay, let's get to it, guys. When was this? That's not today. Okay. ABC 6. Did you say who was it that said their loved one was it ABC 6 that they worked for? I'm trying to remember. Okay. So, accused psycho surgeon Michael McKee nabbed. This is when he was nabbed at the fast food, right? Again, I mean, can you imagine? First of all, can you imagine what those poor, innocent little angels at Chick-fil-A felt like? They had only served cops where they're at. They've never seen a brutality of any sort in their life. My pleasure, sir. Here's your change. put your hands up, right? And those little white people, I bet you their cheeks got red. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let us pray, people. Let us pray. Was he in the car line or inside? I don't know. I don't know about that. He was at McDonald's. He was at McDonald's. Yes, he was. He certainly was at McDonald's. Oh, wait. Before we get to that, I want to show you something. Did y'all see this? White people. Yeah. As far as McKee hanging out in the neighborhood, seeking an opportunity to strike, I read that he left his cell phone at the hospital in Rockford, Illinois, where he had ordered a cot to sleep between shifts, his alibi. Did y'all hear that? Now that's a pretty good alibi, but there's only one problem. Yeah, it is true. It is true, but against, I mean, it hasn't been confirmed by cops, but so I just got to say allegedly. So think of this. Like, it is a good alibi, right? But here's the problem. There's cameras everywhere. There's cameras everywhere, right? That's the thing. There's cameras everywhere. According to Monique's friend, Monique felt that he would never leave her alone, which raises questions about why she said this. It likely suggests that he was still in contact with Monique. Also mentioned that while Monique didn't seem afraid of him, she gave the impression that she despised him. I don't know. Do you guys think that they were, do you think that they were actually in contact with each other? I don't see that. I just don't see that. Docs and nurses sleep between shifts all the time. They do. Yes, absolutely. That's not the thing. But here's the thing. There's cameras at the hospital. Right? There's cameras at the hospital. Oh, that's nice, Shannon. That's really nice. It's good vitamin C and stuff. I don't think so, but who knows? Yeah. No. Maybe he tried to contact her. I think he was obsessed. I do think he was obsessed with her. That is for sure. That is for sure. Also mentioned that Monique, okay, I already read that part. Michael still had access to Monique. This could explain the ongoing obsession with her, as he still had a way to remain connected to her. And this person wrote, it wasn't amicable. He refused to sign the divorce paperwork. She left, moved out. One day while he was at work, he had no idea she was leaving. Yes, we know that. What did you think of Mike? Now, this was somebody that knew Michael, allegedly. He was quiet. Monique was very outgoing, bubbly. Everybody loved her. They were quite mismatched. Now, I don't know if that's mismatched or not, to be honest with you, because you see a lot of couples like that. Like, someone will be very outgoing and someone will be very calm. And sometimes that's the best, honestly, because they bring out something in you and you kind of ground them, right? Or vice versa. She got an ex to the divorce, but he wouldn't sign the papers. So it took, yes. Yes, that's why it took 2 years, because he refused to sign. Yes, she ended up getting a private judge. Micmac, how you doing, baby? My husband is very quiet unless at work. Yeah. The thing about him, right? The thing about Michael, in my opinion, it's not that he was quiet. It's that he couldn't connect on a deeper level with people. It was surface. And that might be okay even with like some of your work colleagues and stuff like that. But when it comes to your friends and your family, surface ain't going to cut it. Surface won't cut it. Right? Just came in trying to catch up. Yes, I have. Oh, bless you, Michelle. Yeah, loose cannon. My hubby is very quiet. I'm not. Yeah, I think a lot of times, honestly, I think if you're both like many times like too outgoing, like it can tend to be, everyone just is different. Everyone's just different. He's just a bad apple. That's for damn sure. Damn sure. What was that? They were quite mismatched itself, but how do you know he's devastated if you haven't spoken to him? It was just bizarre. Mike would never use the word devastated. He would probably pretend he did not know anything about it or pretend it did not bother him if he was faced with the information. Just during he seems like a very matter of fact person. He probably disassociates, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like he's just standing in front of it and whatever, just going with it. You have in front of the judge, this is the question, here's the answer, right? But if he has thought about this for quite a long time, well, nothing ever goes to plan. Right? Thank you, Loose Cannon. I really appreciate that. You have no idea how much that comment means to me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Dolores. I appreciate you, my love. That's very, very kind of you. Appreciate you, my darling. Let's see here. I don't even know which one I'm going to do. Let's see here.
I can smell a legend.
I can smell a legend. Dolores is always a legend. Mick Mac, Pennywhack, thank you so much. Appreciate you, my darling. You are so very, very kind. You're a rock star. Rock star. Wait, what am I doing? I've got these buttons. I'm so not used to the new ones. And what's this one? It's definitely not it. There we go.
Hey, thank you for
No, I don't want
donation. Okay.
Appreciate you,
Right
baby.
there.
Appreciate you.
VIP.
Oh, thank you so much, darling.
No announcements. No extras.
Thank you so much, McMac. I've missed you all. Been coming with all the shows, but good to see you all. Thank you so much, McMac. You're very kind. Missed you too, darling. I know it's a busy time of year, and there's just not enough daylight hours. Truly, not enough. There's like 4. Thank you so much, baby. Appreciate you for your support. He would probably pretend to not know anything about it or pretend it did not bother him if he was faced with the information. He is not dumb at all. He is very calculated, in fact. I think he's very calculated for sure. Right? I think he's very calculated for sure. I think that's... how do you know him? From med school or undergrad or from social stuff? Just curious which era you knew him from. No judgment. I knew him from 2005 to 2014. That's a minute, right? That's a minute to know someone. For sure. Like, that's a minute. You know someone. And listen, like, if you work with someone, I mean, you got to think about it. Like, if you work, like, you don't work from home or whatever, you're with your coworkers more waking hours than you are your family, right? Thank you, little Annie. Yes, please hit that thumbs up button, y'all. So that's That's a lot of hours per week. And everyone pretty much does the same thing about him. I would like to hear from ex-girlfriends. Where are y'all at? There's like 2. There's like 2. Thank you, Miss Julie Bug. Appreciate you, baby. Thank you so much. You're just about like family when you work with people. Absolutely. But loose cannon, I mean, I think most of us have, worked at least at a 9 to 5 or something, right? Or been around a group where we volunteered or whatever your situation is. There's always like 1 or 2 maybe that just kind of stays out of the group. You know what I mean? There's always those people as well. And I think Michael he worked hard, he excelled, but I also think he didn't get to know, I don't think he probably joked or anything else like that. You know what I mean? In my opinion. According to friends, he had 1 girlfriend before victim, and that is it. Sources say, I swear he's an incel. I swear, in my opinion. Sources say after the divorce, he changed his number and cut ties with everyone, and most people haven't seen or heard from him in 5 years or more. And like I said last night during my presentation, in my opinion, this is on track. This was failure to him. This was embarrassment. Haha. She left you while you was at work and you knew nothing about it. You are a failure, Michael. When people wouldn't think that, right? It's just him thinking this stuff. Just him thinking this. People get divorced. More than half of people get a divorce in their lifetime, right? It doesn't mean you're a failure at anything. It just means it didn't work out, right? Oh, yes. And again, I know like it's a different situation and all that, but I get Koberger vibes. I can't help it. Koberger, I think he wanted a woman, a beautiful woman. He wanted to be in the crowd, in the clique. He just couldn't get there. He thought too much about it, right? Sometimes when you want something so bad, you overthink it, right? You overthink it. How are people seeing me? How do I look? Right? Am I being stupid right now? All of that. Let me tell you something. We all are winging it, right? We're all winging it at some time or another. Most of the times, right? But there are people that just can't get out of their head, right? I mean, we all are in our head at times, but it's more of an obsession, in my opinion. It's more of, what's the word I'm looking for? Wasn't the Idaho incident in January too with Koberger? It was December, I want to say, Kaz. But it might have been January. It was somewhere around there. It was really cold. But I'm pretty sure it was December. Maybe even November. I can't remember. Babs, yep, November 2022. I'll never forget because I was live on Michael Vaughn. They were digging up the neighbor's backyard, and that's in Idaho. And they said that there was 4 roommates unalived in Idaho when I was live, and there was like 1,500 people in my chat because there was breaking news on Michael Vaughn, and it was just crazy. I'll never forget it. It was November, December, something like that. Yeah. Thanksgiving break for students. Yep, that's what it was. So he was outwardly racist. Oh my God. There was not much to say. He was quiet, introverted, and probably hiding a dark side. He was, oh, sorry. I read that wrong. He was not outwardly racist, but there were accounts of him saying horrible things. People suspected he treated her poorly, but he hid it well in groups. Wow. If he were younger, he would likely fit the description, really, of an incel type. Wow. I can see him that. I can see. Hey, Yvette, good to see you. Thank you, Kim, honey. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Very sweet. I'm on all messages. Yeah, turn it on all messages. But there's two different chats going right now. I'm not making excuses for him. Do you think his disassociation comes with his birth parents? No. I don't. Nope. I honestly don't give this guy much leniency whatsoever. And I'll tell you why. He's excelled at every freaking thing he's done in life. At everything. He is a physician. He is a doctor. Right? He is very intelligent. He succeeded at everything. I was reading his no, I know, Brandy. I think he's got some, what's the word I'm looking for? I think he's definitely got abandonment issues. There's no bail, Annette, sorry. I can't read where the fuck today, sorry. No, there is no bail at all for him, which is good, which is really good. Franklin County prosecuting attorney Shayla Favor will personally handle her first felony case. Michael McKee is charged with aggravated unaliving in the deaths of his ex-wife and her husband. Favor, her last name, has no prior experience prosecuting felonies, but will be assisted by 2 veteran prosecutors. What do you guys think about that? She has never prosecuted anything. Let me tell you something. She's about to get the ride of her life. Yes, looks good on paper, but you don't know you don't know him ultimately. Many men are this way. Well, yeah. I mean, there are people that they don't care, like your spouse or whatever. They might even yell at you in public or embarrass you in public or whatever. But then most people are going to be like, honey, don't do that. And then they'll flip out you in the car or whatever. But then there's just some people, they're just so freaking uptight. They, everything pisses them off. I have 2 of these type of exes. Fortunately, I had the money and the means to get my girls and I safe. I had to sell my assets and basically go into 3 years. Wow. My heart breaks for anybody going through DV. That's got to be hard. I thought he was in trouble already. LOL. He sounds like new. Well, he was. I mean, listen, they were looking for him, right? They were looking for this dude. Do you know the busted newspaper? A lot of towns have them. Actually, is there any more of this right here? And they said, confirm friends perhaps tried to rein him in, but with no luck if dude was that arrogant. Exactly. I've replayed a lot of scenarios, but he would not have been receptive to any interventions. Can't talk to him, right? No intervention needed. He knows it all. No. This is the prosecuting attorney. The prosecuting attorney. I didn't know McKee, but I knew Monique and Spencer very well. Mo was terrified of McKee, said he was a narcissist. She left him after he tried to strangle her. We've heard that many, many times. She never reported it because she didn't think anyone would believe over a smart, charming surgeon. And guys, listen, that is a very common factor, right? Very common factor when there is a power gap, right? Justin, do you think they ask where he um Annette, do you mean um Michael? I don't know. That's what I was saying. I don't know if they asked him like where he was, did an interview, or they just went and arrested him first. Did they go talk to him and just say, "Hey, we need your alibi"? Because a lot of times uh the police might go by and they say, "Hey, we need your alibi. Where were you?" Which that's the smart thing to do, and you get them locked in, right? But then you continue in your investigation, and then you go in and arrest them. That's what I'm hoping. Yes, Spencer and Monique Tepe were murdered in their home. We are going around to check everyone's alibi. Can you tell us where you were on the night of the murders? To Michael McKee, right? We're checking everyone. It's not that we're not singling him out at that time. The police weren't singling him out at that time. That's what I'm hoping that they did. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I was at the I had a cot. I rented a cot at the hospital. I was at the hospital, had surgery the next day." That's what I hope he said. Either way, he's locked in. He's done, son. I had to escape a DV and he is still stalking me. Oh my God. Please be careful. Take different routes every day. All of that. I'm not trying to scare you, but always be safer than sorry. If they are stalking you, there's a reason, right? So, here, this friend allegedly says that, again, scared. She didn't, she left him after he tried to strangle her. We knew that. She never reported it. Okay, that was what I was talking about. The gap, the power gap, right? And this happens very, very common, right? You marry, um, they could be in school whenever you met them, and you help put your spouse through school, and he became a doctor, right? But he suddenly gets that status because, let's be honest, we put these people on a pedestal because they save lives, right? They worked hard for their achievements and their accolades and all that. And I get that. But, if you have someone who, and they might have married someone that didn't go to college, or, um, you might have been waiting tables to get their ass through college. But then a divorce happens one of these days, and you think, this is, Dr. McGee, a vascular surgeon. Nobody is going to fucking believe me. He is nice to everyone. He doesn't speak hardly to anyone other than being polite, and he just answers the question, right? This happens all the time. So they're never going to believe me. Say it anyways. Do it anyways. Okay? And honestly, save every mother chicken receipt you can. Right? You going to bed, Claudia? I'm going to try to sleep long day Wednesday and longer one Thursday. Stay warm. I love you, baby. Get some rest. Miss Kelsey, how are you doing, ma'am? How are you doing? Save every receipt you can, right? They sneeze at you wrong. Click, right? Word to the wise. All right. She left. Okay, I already read that. She reported it, and she never reported it because She didn't think anyone would believe her over a smart, charming surgeon. And that happens. That happens. Yes, he left his phone on the cot. Yeah. But this is the thing. How many hours was it there? We checked the other night. 30, flirty, and thriving. How you doing, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Good, 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 good. How many it was what, 4 or 5 hours? 4 or 5 hours? I can't remember. Because there was the time difference between Ohio and Illinois. 5 hours, 5.5 hours? That's 11 hours. And that's if he didn't stop. Right? It's like 5.5 hours. And that's if he didn't stop anywhere, didn't get gas, didn't eat, didn't use the bathroom, didn't change, all of that. Now, for a surgeon to be sleeping for 11 hours, 9-hour round trip, said include unaliving. Where did you hear that? Let me see that. 9 hours is still quite a long time. And this is the thing. What if they called him? What was he supposed to do? What if they called him? Privilege rarely trouble studies done. For example, O.J. Simpson. Absolutely. Is in America, privilege gets, in my opinion, them out of a lot of shit. Yeah, exactly. I see that now. This is very different from what was first reported. Okay. Judge got the case of a motion being filed and did a strike of the hearing, but there was no valid case to be heard. If it was a clerical issue, it would have been noted by the clerk or removed entirely. The lawyers on the podcast said if Michael no longer had MOS number and couldn't find it, that by going to the courts and opening the case again, she would get knowledge of it. Yes. This morning, there was some information that after the search of his condo in Chicago, investigators found in his personal journals a mention that talked about a recent exchange between Mo and him, where she said, "This would be the last time I speak to you regarding this matter." That might have set him off. That might have set him off, guys. That might be what set him off. She was done. That's what I said the other night. There may have been this recent thing, right? This clerical error, right? Did he try to get in touch with her and be like, what the fuck? Right? Like, what the fuck is this clerical error? Or he didn't know it was a clerical error. What are you doing? We've been divorced 9 years. I've been obsessing over you 9 years, right? And now you're doing this to me? Thank you, Tammy. I'm in Columbus, Ohio, and have driven to Chicago. It's a 6.5-hour drive, taking the shortest route. I guess it depends on traffic and all that as well. But it's a minute. It's a minute. It's not a small drive, to say the least, right? This makes me believe she reached out to him, or she could have reached out to him. That's true. Asking why he was trying to reopen the case. He did that to get her attention and reach out. Damn. Think about that. He might have did this to, get her to reach out. This guy, in my opinion, is a psycho. Psych mother chicken o. I don't think anything triggered him. I think he's been boiling under the surface for years. I think he's been boiling under the surface for years, but I think the stress of the lawsuit, that he was avoiding and all that, and then I do think something happened shortly within months of the murders, and that was just yep, 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 yep. Interesting. As far as McKee hanging out in the neighbor, okay, I already read that one, didn't I? Monique felt that it would just yes, okay. So that's all of those. All right. Going over this, let's see here. This is, I think, NBC4. That, let's see here. Is that it for that? Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Yeah, we knew last night that he was. I guess they moved him overnight, which is pretty common. Let me just play this while I pull up the next thing. Bear with me. I definitely think someone triggered him, as probably he's been thinking about doing this for a long time. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Let me play this.
We are following the extradition of Michael McKee. We have just received his new mugshot after he was booked in the Franklin County Jail earlier today. McKee was charged with the murders of his ex-wife Monique Tepe and her husband Spencer Tepe. They were found dead in their home on December 30th. McKee was arrested 11 days later just outside of Chicago. We're now being told it's likely he'll face a judge Thursday or Friday.
Why are they? There's not. Okay. This.
Have you ever?
Right here. Oh, my camera's off. 1 second. Here we go.
Dr. Michael McKee is now in Franklin County, Ohio. He was booked into this jail this afternoon. He was brought here from Winnebago County, Illinois. He's facing 5 counts relating to the deaths of his ex-wife, Monique Tepe, and her husband, Spencer. Now, we know that the couple was found shot to death inside their Weinland Park home on December 30th. The couple's 2 young children, just 4 and 1.
Oh, I forgot to show you the busted. Hold on.
Physically hurt. Columbus police released grainy surveillance video that they later said was McKee. They said they have video of him getting out of his car just before the murders and then getting back in just after. They tracked that car to Rockford, Illinois. Well, that's where McKee works as a vascular surgeon. On January 10th, the ATF arrested McKee in Rockford at a Chick-fil-A there, just down the street from where he works. He had a hearing in Winnebago County on last Monday, so just over a week ago, and he waived his extradition.
She's really good.
He said it's okay to be brought back here to Franklin County to face those charges. He was indicted on Friday on 5 counts. We know one of those counts, there's a gun spec on it, and it says that they're accusing him of using a silencer or a suppressor to muffle the noise of the gunshots. Well, today, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office brought McKee here to the jail. Now, it's unlikely he'll be in court tomorrow. Most likely, he'll...
Think about this. Think about this. They have, let's say, allegedly, they have him renting this cot, right, at the hospital, okay? Renting this cot, leaving the hospital with cameras, right? Getting into his car in the parking lot and tracking his ass all the way to Columbus. Him getting out of his car, walking in the direction of the house, right? Not being there very long, getting back in his car and tracking him all the way back. Dude, you've got some explaining to do. Andale, right? Is trashed. And this is obviously an extraordinarily high profile case, but and it's going to be a task no matter what. But if, let's say, for instance, let's say what do you use a silencer for? I'm a GUN owner, right? A lot of us have GUNs, responsible GUN owners, but I don't have a silencer, right? What is a silencer used for? You don't need a silencer for hunting, right? You don't need a silencer for self-protection. You need a silencer so nobody hears it as loud. And that's the only reason somebody has a silencer. That's it. That's all. Right? If he bought this silencer recently as well, oh man. And I kicked myself out. Sorry about that. With this new mouse. Oh man, I gotta throw this mouse away. Okay, here we
Face
go.
a judge and have his arraignment hearing on Thursday.
Hold on. I want to wait a second. I want to go back to
Dr.
that.
Michael
How do I?
McKee is now in Franklin County,
Let me just play this
Ohio.
again. I want to hear what they said about the GUN.
This afternoon, he was brought here from Winnebago County, Illinois. He's facing 5 counts.
I know. Hold on.
To the
I know. I want to know that. I want to see how he walks. Is he pigeon-toed? Is the McKee pigeon-toed? I thought a portal got you. It felt like that. It's kind of felt like that.
The deaths of his
Your eye makeup's great.
wife Monique Tepe and her husband Spencer. Now we know that the couple was found shot to death inside their Weinland Park home on December 30th. The couple's 2 young children, just 4 and 1, were inside the time they weren't physically hurt.
Yeah, but you still couldn't see
Police
that. Yeah,
released
good.
grainy surveillance video that they later said was McKee. They said they have video of him getting out of his car just before the murders and then getting back in just after. They tracked that car to Rockford, Illinois. Well, that's where McKee works as a vascular surgeon. On January 10th, the ATF arrested McKee in Rockford at a Chick-fil-A there, just down the street from where he works. He had a hearing in Winnebago County on last Monday, so just over a week ago, and he waived his extradition, meaning he said it's okay to be brought back here to Franklin County to face those charges. He was indicted on Friday on 5 counts. We know one of those counts, there's a gun spec on it, and it says that they're accusing him of using a silencer or suppressor to muffle the noise.
She says GUN spec. Does she mean blood spec? Even without the alley footage and his face not shown, they have him getting in and out of the same car. Duh. Yeah, well, I mean, not only that, they've got him on so many different traffic cameras getting, from Rockford to Columbus. So, he probably took the same route home. No, they tested it. Okay. Well, and the car registration was him, yes. But I cannot believe he didn't throw the GUN away. And I think, he left 3 casings there. Maybe he just got scared. But if someone was going to do that, you might as well have the police get to your door and see you in the commission of a crime, if the same as the casing. Like you are, like you, a casing is pretty much DNA. It's like the GUN's DNA, right? They've got, they can tie it back to that GUN. It's the GUN's DNA. It's the gun's DNA. And now they just got to put you in, your hands in that GUN, which they've got him pretty much there, right? Because there's no logical way that you can say why your 9mm and silencer is at your ex-wife and her new husband's, the night that they were murdered. And that's the gun that's in your closet that was, murdered them. Like, you are dumb, son. Done. In my opinion, allegedly. Maybe he was trying to make it look like he was set up. No. Mm-mm. I don't think so, lady. I don't think so. Again, he lives, like, to have it set up like that, you better have a car from Columbus going to Rockford, going into your apartment building, right? And if that was the case, I'm sure that there is cameras at his apartment building, right? Got to be cameras at his apartment building, right? So, which he wasn't allegedly home. My question is, after the unalivings, right? He supposedly went straight back to work. Now, did he keep the GUN and like his clothes in the car? Right? I'm sure he had it in some sort of bag, duffel bag or something like that, which will be probably come in handy. Yeah, your karma. He might have been book smart, but he definitely wasn't street smart. And that can be the case. Sometimes they can just be incredibly book smart, but they don't have a lick of common sense or street smart, right? And then sometimes it can be they're so fed up in their mind with this, they don't care. And then sometimes they can be so arrogant that they think they're smarter, more intelligent than the cops, than everybody else. Right? I don't know which one those are. It is for him. But we're going to know it. I really can't wait either until we get to know about Nevada. Can't wait for that either. Some court systems send notices to attorney and the parties by default, but I do agree the forwarding to us mail is unlikely. Yeah. I'm thinking that they were in contact maybe recently. I'm kind of thinking on that. You guys know the busted magazines or captured or whatever. You'll see them all the time. Well, guess what? Busted newspaper.com/Ohio/McKee-Michael-David. Ta-da. Ta-da. He got it. He got it. 1, 2, 3. It's showing 5 still there. I don't understand that. But um he looks so pissed. You can tell he wears glasses too. Or I can't say that. It looks like he wears glasses in my opinion. Sometimes. On his nose there. Could be just the shape of his nose, but very professional, took his time explaining things. If the cops get to say, aha, we caught you, they come off the upper hand. If he is in the position of waiting to get caught, he has the upper hand. Well, he had plenty of time. He's fuming. Yeah. He had plenty of time to get rid of that shit. And I'm so glad for dumb criminals. So glad. This shows you a degree doesn't. Oops. 1 second. Which means a degree doesn't always get you there. Right? Okay. Let me pull this up. Yep. No Chick-fil-A nuggets for him. He is done. All right. Someone showed this earlier. Which I thought this was. Oh, no, wait. Let me go to this first. The Columbus Dispatch, they do really good reporting. He has another. His neck is way too big for his body. Well, his ears are pinned back. That's for sure. He got those ears pinned back. The Columbia Dispatch. Well, hell, where'd the article go? I had it earlier. Here it is. What? Okay, let me go to this. This one's it. I am waiting for the DR in Arkansas to get. Yeah. That'll be good. Michael McKee, the ex-husband, is charged with 4 counts of aggravated unaliving and 1 count of aggravated Oh, okay. So it is 5 counts now. 5 counts. Okay. Listen again. This is the first time this prosecutor. I've noticed these ever since Ted Bundy. Well, Janie, you know that they're look up, Google it. In the words of KK Pfut, Google it, y'all. Google serial unaliver, which starts with a K, ends with a Eller. Physical traits. There are allegedly physical traits of serial unalivers, but he's not. I mean, he's not considered a serial unaliver, but yeah. Oh, hey, Miss Kelly K. How you doing, baby? Thank you so much for your support, my darling. Really for your continued support, Miss Kelly K. How you been, baby? Much love, Justin. Not as much as I love you and appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much. Yep, you have. Yep. It's very interesting. I've did whole lives on that before. Checks my ears out again. Yeah. He had big ears, and then they went back probably right after med school. So there's that. Damn, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. There was something big I was gonna say. 1 second. Okay. Damn, I had a whole point here. Oh, the prosecutor. That's what I was gonna say. The prosecutor is very smart. She's being assisted by 2 senior prosecutors, but this is her first time ever prosecuting anything like this, right? And the fifth charge and prosecutor, yeah. What is it? I don't think MM gave a hoot. He knew it was over, but wanted hubby gone. What I want to know, see legal, good to see you, baby. By the way, what I want to know is was McKee, was he planning on getting in big criminal trouble anyway from Vegas? That's what I want to know. Was he planning on, is that why he was avoiding? Like, let's say he screwed this up, this surgery, couple surgeries, whatever. Again, it's not unusual at all for a doctor to be sued several times in their career. But was he expecting this to turn criminal? Was there not only malpractice potentially, but was there fraudulent billing, insurance? And he knew that they were closing in. And he thought, I'm going to prison anyways. And then this whatever clerical error happened, right? This clerical error happened. And he thought, you know what? This embarrassed me 8 years ago. I haven't got to see my old friends. I left the state. I've been traveling around. I've been working my ass off. I may not have malpractice insurance or whatever. He may have addictions, whether that is substance, gambling, sex, hookers. It is Las Vegas after all. All the above, right? That's a problem. Because again, he lives in a $400,000 place, right? Which is pretty cheap for Chicago, right? Thank you, Susan. Thank you, baby. Hey, Nerdy, how you doing, baby? Good to see you. Thank you so much for your support, man. I appreciate you very, very much. Really do appreciate you, babe. It was a bunch of doctors sued because of our prison inmates. Yes, yes. He said he one of his testicles were gone, which reminds me of Stacy Wandra. Whenever he said a bull stepped on his testicles and one of his testicles and he couldn't have kids, but that's a whole nother case, whole nother story. But that was one case, and then they left a catheter in his leg, right? But yes, it is the doctor's. But here's the thing: it is the doctor's duty to get that out, right? But also, what he could have also done, Michael McKee, he could have checked to see if that catheter, I've heard nobody talk about this. He could have checked to see if that catheter was having problems, if there was any sort of other complaints about it breaking or whatever. And he could have even sued the catheter manufacturer, right? So, and that's what the insurance is for. But it doesn't seem like he had that much money to be a vascular surgeon. Now, he probably wasn't getting paid the best of the best because he kept bouncing around, but he should have still been raking in a minimum of $500,000 a year, 500,000 a year. Easy. Easy. Right? So I'm not really. I still think there's something about the malpractice. I've said it from the get-go. Right? I wonder if that was intentional for some sick way, maybe setting up the hospital. No, because what doctors do, they rent out the theater or the operating room. That's all doctors do. If you go to the hospital and you have an appointment, a surgery appointment with the doctor, they rent out the theater, the surgeon room. That's all it is. They just rent that space. Yes. That's what they do, just an FYI. So they schedule it. They pay for some of the hospital staff, and the hospital will supply them with whatever they need or whatever like that. Oh, he has big student loans. Oh, of course, but that's should be peanuts compared to what he's making now. Doctors get sued all the time. It's why they have such high malpractice insurance. Yes. Oh, absolutely. They're going to pay a minimum of 25 years or more. Absolutely. But this is the thing. Doctors are in such high demand, nurses and everything. If he would have stayed with someone, a hospital or a practice, a firm or whatever, they would have sometimes paid a significant portion of his student loans, or sometimes even all of it, if you're bringing in the money. And that's just it. If you don't think doctors are pressed to bring in the hospital money or their practice or whatever, you are highly mistaken. It is a money racket in America. Only in America. I wonder why he was bouncing all around. His attitude, perhaps. It could have been. All right. Didn't know that. Maybe different here in Scotland. Thanks. Well, in Scotland, I'm just trying to think. In Scotland, it's more like, damn, it's 1:00 in the morning. Oh my God, I didn't know it was that late. In Scotland, you guys have, my sister's in Glasgow, by the way. You have like more universal healthcare, and things are very, very much regulated by the government there, right? Oh yeah, he was board certified, absolutely. Here's where I am in Canada. They will pay for your schooling to be a nurse, not sure a doctor or not. Yeah. And I don't know how it is in Canada, but I know in the UK, to become a doctor, it's not 8 and 12 years plus in the UK to become a doctor. It is much more quicker to become a doctor in like the UK. Yeah, I'll just say that. I'm not far from Glasgow. Oh, really? I need to go to Glasgow uh, soon. I haven't been in a while. Here's where I'm in Canada, and they will pay for school. Yep, they have to sign contracts, and hospitals will pay loans many times. Yes, if you're bringing in enough money, they will at least. My son is in medical school in Columbia. I was shocked at the number of oddballs we met in his court, and the white coat ceremony. Very, very strange. Um, yeah, I think uh, doctors are, many of them, uh, they're very brilliant people, right? Academically and all of that. It makes me wonder about the newer doctors nowadays, like, because I don't know, don't get me started. I'm halfway to 80, but the kids now today, the way that they, I don't know, I just don't think they're as socially, acclimated as like we were, right? Most of us watching here, like my age and older, like we're the last people that knew what life was like without the internet, right? We're like the last people. That's it. And nowadays, you notice how when I grew up, we had different types of accents regionally, and now it's becoming more less, right? It's becoming more less yeah. Um and that's because of the internet, and that's because of people moving around and all that. But where I'm from, still yet today, people talk like this, but the new kids, they have no accent at all. So it's just interesting. Hello, Faye. Good to see you, my darling. Thank you so much. So guys, I did not know it was 1:06 in the morning. I gotta go to bed. I've been talking an hour and a half. I don't think he was board certified. Actually, you know what, Lori? I think you are absolutely right. Let me get back to you on that. I don't think I don't want to say either way, because I need to talk to my doctor friend in Ohio, because she's supposed to get me some information. And dirty, stop out, Justin. I've been live twice today. Some days I wish there was no internet. I could live. My kids, love my kids not so much. Thank you, Miss Lori. My husband always says I'm going to see Dr. Google. No, don't look at your symptoms ever. Do not. I don't care if it's a hangnail. Don't look at the symptoms. You will think you are dying of a hangnail. Can cause infection, heart infection, erectile dysfunction, whatever. It's like, Lord, I just asked for a damn hangnail. What should I do? It's like crazy. It's insane what, you know, do. And it's like the medic, which it's my former, never mind. But like the medications, the medication nowadays is, everything is, there's so many side effects. One symptom can be 1,000 different things. Absolutely. Absolutely. It'll, will take care of the inflammation, but, it'll cause you 12 other thousand symptoms, or it can, not will. The older kids were late 80s babies. My youngers were 2000. They are so different. Big difference between 80s. I would say probably like 1995 and up. That's where. I don't know. I don't want to get started on your subject, but because I'll talk my ass off on it. But I might talk about it tomorrow on my other channel. Justin for all, make sure you're subscribed. Mods, will you put the link to Justin for all on there, by the way? But damn, I'm old. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, whenever I think things changed in 2000. After 9/11, things changed in this country, in the world. Like, I feel like that's when we lost our innocence. Not that we were like innocent, but I feel like 9/11, that's when like the world changed. My 17-year-old daughter started wearing vintage 90 clothes and is rocking it. Yes, cats, like it's all back. Everything comes back. Save your shoulder pads, girl. Save them. I'm sure we got some Aquanet deep down in the closet somewhere. Yeah, plead the fifth. But when I don't know, I feel like the day 9/11 happened, that's when I don't know. The 90s were freaking amazing. They were amazing. If you lived in the 90s, there was amazing. Now the 80s for me, I don't really remember a lot, right? But I mean a little bit. I was very young. But I think things have gone crazy since Rona. Oh, that's not helped either. Yeah. The 90s were the shit. I lived it up. It was amazing. It was amazing. My daughter wears vintage now. Cracks me. Oh, it's thrift shops and all that are in vogue now for us old people. Vogue. God, I'm old. Yeah, people went cray after Rona. Yeah, I think that was the icing on the cake. It was icing on the cake. I don't know. I think the Rona makes some people crazy. I really do. Because like they'll lose their memory and everything else. Yeah, people went crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I never had internet at my parents' house. I moved in 2003 with my ex-boyfriend and his parents did. I had internet in 1996 or 98. I think it was 98. Might have been 96, but it was definitely 98. And you know, get off the phone. Those were the best times. I would stay on there so long. And I would be in the chat rooms on Yahoo. Oh my God. It was a different time. Don't do that now, guys. Don't do it now. You shouldn't be. People out there trying to cause wars in their neighborhood. Yeah, that's true. MySpace, yes. I need to do a live like that one day, going back, the things that you may remember, may have forgot about, when you had the exact code for your MySpace, the skin or whatever it was called, and you had music. And when Facebook came out, and I was like, it doesn't have music on their profile. I don't give a crap about that. Here in Melbourne, people are mental on the road, especially since Rona. Really, I want to go to Melbourne so bad. Go to Sydney. MySpace is like Facebook, but no music. No, yeah. Pagers, yeah. Gotta love the pagers. Man, the pagers. The big block phones. Hello. Pac-Man. I have a Pac-Man, like an arcade game downstairs. So I still play Pac-Man. What's it called? It's like an arcade machine, I guess. Had to use when there was the music. Oh yeah, remember we used to burn the CDs, take it all off the internet, or even better than that, you had to hit record on the radio. Hold on, my song's coming on. I just requested it. That's so funny. Rubik's Cubes, my boys loved Rubik's Cubes. Love them. Well, they don't really care for them anymore. Now they're older, but they were obsessed. I avoided owning a computer until my son needed for school projects. Yeah. Nowadays, they give you the iPads. They give the kids the iPads, right? Praying the DJ doesn't talk through the beginning. Yes. Yeah. This is 101.4. And we have on the radio, Shania Twain. Whose bed has your boots been under? Whose bed? Shut up. Cassette tapes, Walkmans. Yeah, they were expensive too. The Walkmans were expensive back in the day. So were computers, though. Like, you think about stuff like that technology when it first came out, computers, Walkmans, anything like that. Like, they were expensive. Technology has came down the cost overall. There's just so much more accessories to the stuff now. You know what I mean? It's crazy. TVs, yeah. Had the old floor model TV. Saving your cassette tapes with the pencil. Oh, yeah. But I recorded over mine so many times it just sounded like water pretty much. You know? So bad. Never had a computer till 2001. Well, I think that's most people, Carol. Most people didn't, I think. They were the business Walkmans, yeah. Commodore 64 computer. I had a green screen computer, but it was long after the internet. I got it really cheap, I think, when I was a kid or something. And it had the printer. You know, that loud printing. I don't know how they do school projects they assign for children, and my son to do most of the work. It's crazy, yeah. Do you remember those computers with the clear backs? Oh yeah. Those are actually, they look them up. You can still buy the vintage ones on eBay. I think it was HP that made it. They are astronomical. Astronomical. They're a collector's item now. You can look at them. You can, if you still have one, you can sell it for big bucks now. I miss renting a video. I miss renting a video. I miss going to Blockbuster. That was the name. And you smell the popcorn and you would get the box of candy. That was good, man. We messed up. We really did. We messed up. It was an event. You know what I mean? You'd go there around dark time and it was just good. It smelled like plastic and popcorn in there. You know what I mean? We really messed up as humans. Yeah. Family Video. Anyone remember that? There was a place on Friday. I think I do. It was like Blockbuster, wasn't it? buy one pizza from Little Caesars. Buy one, get one from Little Caesars. I remember having the book club, and you was a good person at school, and they would give you a little pan pizza. Yes, I do. I was definitely an event for Saturday. Yeah. I'd rather go to like Blockbuster than I would the movies. I don't know. That's just me though. The movies are dead. They're dead. Bad. All right, guys. A local Blockbuster store in a Saturday night used to have a money giveaway, and you would get a ticket if you won. Would be like $200. Oh my god. Hey Maurice, Justin, Casey Kasem was the best back in the day. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I'm halfway to 80, like I say. Yes, the Pizza Hut Summer Reading Award. Yep. Yep, it was great. All right, guys. Good night, everyone. God bless you. Take care of yourself. Justice for Spencer and Monique Tepe. And we'll see if Mr. Michael McKee's jaw gets any smaller. Oh, faith in humanity. I have kids from 2 to 26. God bless you. God bless you. My God. How do you do that? That's hard. That would be difficult. If I keep seeing your messages, I'll keep talking. Love you guys. Good night, everyone. God bless. Take good care.